It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this Tuesday, November 23rd. It's Thanksgiving week here, coming to you from Forest, Virginia, Central Virginia area, right near Lynchburg. I was chatting with someone and almost missed getting started today. That would have been a hell of a note. But anyway, today is National Espresso Day, folks. Now, some of you may not be coffee hounds, and I'm not. I have my coffee in the morning, but not espresso. But yeah, and I don't go to Starbucks, so I'm not a National Espresso person. But today's National Espresso Day, so go have a cup of coffee. All right, we got some cruise ships that are sailing from U.S. ports today. Down in West Palm Beach, the Grand Classica sails. Out in Galveston, the Disney Wonder sails. And Los Angeles, Long Beach Carnival Miracle sails. And the highlights that we're going to deal with a little later in the show, we got a Black Friday sale from Holland, America that's worth mentioning. Grand Turk is getting ready for cruise ships. And 3 more Royal Caribbean ships are going to sail in December and a whole lot more. But before we get started, I got to do one thing quick, and that's to flash up my port of the day. This is a port to name. Name that port, folks. This is a tough one because it's not a whole lot of information in that picture to tell you what it is. But that's the port of the day. Now, with no further to do, we got 2 people going to be here this morning. One of them we haven't tested to make sure everything's working, but we're going to do that. But first, we got Elizabeth on location. She's in Lisbon. So, hello, Elizabeth. How are you? Can you hear us?
Hey.
Yes, you can hear us. Okay, and I'm going to bring John in. Hey, John. There's John. John looks like he's in a waterfall again. That's probably the signal. I'm guessing his Wi-Fi. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. We can hear you. Okay. It's not the best picture in the world, but that's okay. Let's see.
We're going to make it better.
We kind of lost you there for a second.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know you're there. I was wondering what happened to John. See if I put that. That gets it less busy in the background. All right, John, what did you do there?
Are you see me?
I sort of see you're a little darker. It's not the clearest picture, but that's okay. We could hear you there.
It's raining like a son of a gun at the moment.
Okay.
Oh wow.
But it's been a beautiful, cold, windy day in Barcelona. I'm just trying to get some light on my face.
You're breaking up really bad, John. I don't know if you can hear this or not, but the signal. The signal is way off today for some reason.
Wait a moment.
Okay, you go work on that. All right, Elizabeth, you're in Lisbon, Portugal, and you're freezing your butt off today too. Tell us about the weather there.
It's cold. It's like they said it was 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know. It's cold. That's all I have to say. It's sunny and beautiful, but I'm sitting on a little side alleyway in the shade at a little Italian cafe because I didn't want to sit at Starbucks so I could have some vino.
Grape juice. Uh-huh. That's a Portuguese grape juice. I think that's terrific.
It's 4 p.m.
Right.
John, Chillie.
Yeah, I know. It's well, I mean, I could say that this is a bourbon and Diet Coke, but actually it's in the morning here, so this is just Diet Coke. Unfortunately.
I
So,
think bourbon.
all right, John.
I
John,
don't-
have you improved things, John?
Drop my picture down to 300 and stuff.
You're
You hear me?
tinny, very tinny and dingy when and it breaks
back.
terribly. Yeah. Okay. If he comes back, I'll bring him back in. All right.
Now he's gone.
All right. Now you've been, and now one of the reasons that you're free. I mean, I hate to be politically incorrect about this, but one of the reasons that you're freezing your butt off is you ran around in a damn bikini for almost 2 years. For God's sakes.
Let me correct that. I haven't been in a bikini in many years, but
Well,
swimsuit,
close.
full coverage. Anyway, yeah, I have shoes on today that actually are like enclosed instead of sandals. I hate closed up shoes.
Yeah,
Not my
me
thing.
too. I like.
I grew up in Indiana, so
Right.
I know cold weather, but
And
not anymore.
and you still
I've been 30
admit
years
that
in warm
publicly
weather,
that
and
you grew up in
this is hard.
Indiana.
I
All
was.
right. I was just teasing with you. Hang on.
I didn't hear you.
Let's see if John's any
Oh,
better.
okay.
Okay, John.
How about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very,
Hello?
very tinny. Try turning your camera off and let's see if we can hear you.
How about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's
Hello?
better. It's
Good.
not 100%, but it's better than it was.
All right.
No, it's still distorted.
Sorry. Everybody's getting back on the ship right now. You know, this is the wrong time for John.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna, John. It's just not. It's not working today.
All right.
So
Bye.
we'll put this off till tomorrow. Thank you, John. Sorry. And I will go on. I will use your stuff that you sent after Elizabeth we get finished with Elizabeth. All right. Now, you have been working now for hell, a week today or so. No,
Just over a
not
week
quite
now.
a week. Yeah, a
No,
week.
just over
Okay.
a week. I started last Saturday. Yeah.
But
just
this,
over a
I mean,
week
this
now.
is a little different than what you've done
And yes,
before.
my
You're
feet are
actually
killing
working
me.
in a shop on the ship.
I'm actually working in the shops on board the ship, and I'm representing a brand called Kalati, which is a New York-based brand, but they don't sell anywhere on land. It is strictly tax and duty free on cruise ships. That's the only place they sell. And it's a cool brand.
Okay.
It's a beautiful line of jewelry. And we were talking earlier, it's all very affordable prices, and it's pretty amazing. But there are, believe it or not, 17, I think, different shops on board our ship. That's how big this ship is. So there's a Pandora store. There's a Roberto Coin jewelry store. There is a regular jewelry store. There's the Kalati jewelry store. And then there are 2 different watch stores. There's a Mulberry store with ladies' handbags. There's clothing. There's giftware. There's a candy store. It's like a mall. It's crazy.
Now, see, you guys would hate me because the only thing I ever buy when I'm on a cruise are T-shirts. I don't even think about shopping when I'm on a cruise.
No.
I'm always doing something else.
Do you know what? You're my favorite kind of guest on a ship.
Okay.
Because it's the people who don't think that they're going to shop. They shop after they talk to me. But normally, what I used to do, like I told you, is I was the port and shopping lecturer. And so, but like I told you before, I did it in a different angle. I wasn't one of those, and anybody who's watching now are in the regular chat, I was one of those who threw stuff out in the audience and did the rah, rah, rah. I was more on practical information on how to get around the ports, what to do, what to see, where you could really save some money, and how you could find something unique and indigenous to the area that you traveled to. And so that's more what I did. And a lot of people go by a little script that they're given and they're little rah-rah cheerleaders. I never did it that way. And I hope never to come across that way. I'm honest, and we're going to talk later on. I'm going to get you some comparisons of what the savings are in buying maybe on the ship and maybe ashore. Certain things are better, but they have price guarantees, So anyway, we'll save that for another day. But it's been super busy, as I was telling you. I mean, on sea day, we're open this ship right now. We're open from 9 o'clock in the morning on a sea day until 10 o'clock in the evening. I'm lucky if I get a 30-minute break. And after lounging by the pool for the last 20 months, I'm not complaining, but I am going to tell you, my feet don't feel so good. So I've been trying this medication right here.
That's Portuguese
and
medication.
It seems to be working just fine.
Now see, what you need to do is you rub it a little bit on your feet. Dip your fingers in, rub a little on your feet, and then drink the residue. And then you do that every 15 minutes for 6 hours, and your feet will feel wonderful.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, I should say, by the way, this ship is incredible. And I told you before, I think I showed you the list. There are like 17 bars, but the layout of the ship is really nice. It's, like I said, wheelchair friendly, scooter friendly. And you know what else I thought was really interesting was, and on some of the newer Viking ships, I saw this, but every as you're coming down the stairs or by the elevators, there's a digital screen that tells you where the gangway is in every port. And when you get into the elevator, if you just press the star, that takes you to the next gangway on a port day. You don't have to press the button. There's a sign that says press the star, and that'll take you to the level where the gangway is each day. I thought that was cool. I mean, on some ships I've been on, they had a little manual sign with an arrow and all that, but it's very modern and contemporary. And you know what else is different? We have no cruise director. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's exactly what I said. There are cruise staff who run events and things, but there's no cruise director. I'm like, well, who does all the work?
Some cruise directors, by the end of 7 days, I'm ready to strangle. Other cruise directors, I love them to death. So, but some of them especially some of them that get on the loudspeakers a lot, they're great on your nerves.
Yeah, exactly. And on here, we have very limited announcements. There's an announcement at noon each day from the captain or the chief navigator. And then sometimes at dinner time or just before we sail, the captain will come on, which is normal on other ships. The captain will make announcements like that, but that's the only announcements ever. There's nobody announcing events or bingo or anything like that. There's nothing like that. So it's very peaceful in that regard. The daily program is really colorful and nice and laid out really well. There's like an inside insert that tells an inside insert. Is that what I said? Anyway, there's an insert in the daily program that has the restaurants, the bar, all the opening hours of everything. So you can take that and carry it around. But then it's got all the different events that are going on and what's open and that type of thing. But there's no hard sell of anything, which is nice. And the Brits don't like that anyway. I'm the only American on the entire ship, crew or passenger.
Yeah, that was one of my questions for you today. Was there any other Americans?
To my accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the
They
way,
think my
folks,
accent's funny.
Elizabeth on location is in Lisbon, Portugal. And in case you don't know, she is working on board P&O's Iona, which is a gorgeous new ship. And let me say, I don't know if John is
It's lovely.
listening in or not. He just tried a different stream, and I'm getting nothing but bars, John. Wiggly bars, no picture. So I don't know if John can hear me or not. So, all right. So you go. Let's see. After Lisbon, you go back to Southampton now.
Yes, we sail. We have an overnight tonight in Lisbon. Tomorrow we sail at 4 or 5 p.m. 4 p.m. I think.
Okay.
And then we are. Then we have 2 days at sea, and then we're in Southampton. And then next cruise, we do a different itinerary completely. Well, not totally different, but we have a couple sea days in the beginning. We go to Gibraltar, we go to Barcelona, and it's quite a few port days in there. It's mostly Spain and Portugal again. Don't do the Canary Islands next cruise. So Spain, Portugal, and like I said, Gibraltar, and then I'm due off on the 11th of December, but I think they might extend me. After that is a 7-day cruise, and to be honest, I haven't really looked any more past the 11th of December because I don't know if I'm staying or not.
Yeah.
So this was kind of a temporary thing for now, but I don't care. I'm just happy to be here.
Well, sure. You're on a boat. That's the most important thing. I mean, and I know I'm being, I should not call it boats because they're ships, but I'm in the habit of calling them boats.
That's okay. Everybody does. It's like when they say the gangplank. Where's the gangplank? I'm like, you mean the gangway?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's interesting though. Everybody's really happy to be back. And interestingly enough, I remember the friend of mine I was with in Tenerife the other day. She's actually the first person I know who actually is, since COVID, is actually going home, finishing a contract and going home. So she leaves on Saturday in Southampton, and she decided to use up the rest of her points. So she's flying home business class, and that's her whole thing. She's like, I'm flying business class back to South Africa from Southampton. So excited. And so, she's one of those who she got back on at the beginning in the inaugural back in, I think it was May or June. So she's been on for quite some time. So she's the first person I know who's coming down a whole contract and is ready to go home. You never celebrated that kind of thing before. So it's a whole new weird thing.
Question for you that I have not asked, at least on the air. Tell us about the COVID protocols on board the Iona.
Okay, well, before you could get on the Iona, you had to have a test prior. Then in the terminal in Southampton, everybody had to have the antigen test. And then once you're on board, masks are required everywhere. Sit down, have a drink, or have dinner. If you're out on deck in the open air, and you don't have to have it once you've sat down. But if you're walking around, you still have to have it on. Even if you're outside walking around, you still have to have your mask. Sanitizer is everywhere. Like today I left the ship and there was a sanitizer thing right by the gangway. They take our temperature as you're disembarking as well. So I go down the gangway, zigzag around down to the main level into the terminal. Sanitizer hands, another hand sanitizer. Walk another couple hundred yards, there's another hand sanitizer. I'm like, I haven't even dried the sanitizer on my hands yet. Get out by the shuttle bus, another hand sanitizer. Get off the shuttle bus. There's more hand sanitizer. It's everywhere. And then all throughout the ship, and also by all the dining rooms, there are basins to wash your hands as well as hand sanitizer. So you have that choice on the ship for washing your hands or sanitizing your hands. Also, like all the, and this is a brand new ship. So also all of the areas that the crew go in and out of crew area has a little it's my hands thing. You just put your hand in front of it and it opens the door automatically. So nobody has to touch doors. All the bathrooms are that way as well. So you don't have to touch a door going in or out. And again, it's just hand sanitizer everywhere. And also I should say over here, everywhere has QR codes for everything. The other thing is when you make a purchase, you have your cruise card, and all of the waiters, whether you're in the dining room or a bar, whatever, they have like an iPad, and then you just wave your card underneath it and it scans it. You don't get any receipt or anything. So all of that is scanned. So everything is paperless. And so you don't have to touch anything. You don't sign anything. Your card shows your face on their screen when you make a purchase of anything.
Okay.
So it's really good.
Now, you're not actually staying like in crew quarters though. You're staying in a regular cabin.
I am. That's correct. I'm in a passenger cabin. I'm in an inside cabin, so I don't have a window. But I can always turn the TV on, the view from the bridge, so that's okay. It's nice. I'm not complaining. You'll never hear me complain anymore, ever.
Understood. All right, Elizabeth, thank you so much for being with us. I hope you enjoy your little your vino there, and of course
Thank you so much.
Get me information, and of course I'll keep doing your ports every day. By the way, I just slid through. Nobody's guessed anything on the port for the day. We've got a pretty good crowd over there, so let me go flash that up real quick again. That's the port of the day, folks. I need guesses. I need guesses to all you people.
Is Hot Air Tom on? Hot Air Tom knows this one. And I
don't remember if I saw Hot Air Tom in here today or not. Let's see. Yeah, Hot Air Tom's there.
Shape, the size of the palm trees, and that they're real skinny should be a clue. We don't have those types of palm trees in Cozumel, for example. Yeah. So that should be a big clue that I just gave everyone. Anyway, I'm going to switch over to the so I can get the chat, because I can't see the chat when I'm talking to you. But anyway, I just want to say hi to everybody. And I won't be back online until next week sometime after Southampton, because
all right, well,
I don't have Wi-Fi.
You just let me know whenever you can come on board. You just let us know, and we'll be here for you.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody.
All right. Thanks, bye, Elizabeth. Love you. Of course, that's Elizabeth on location from where is she? Portugal. Yeah, Lisbon, Portugal. All right, John is trying. John has been working, so let's see if that works now. Okay, I can. It's a little dark. I can see lights in a mirror. Can you hear us, John?
I hear you. Drops against satellite dishes just kill out. So maybe the signal can go through this way. There. How about that?
Now I can hear. I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Wonderful. All righty. Here we go.
Okay. All right. So we just don't have a picture of John in the cabin, but we can hear him at least. All right. While I have you on, I got John sent me a couple clips this morning. Oh, I got to get over here and see where they are. Okay, I'm going to play the first clip, John.
All righty. And that's pretty much just to show you that Barcelona is a city of motorbikes.
Yep.
Motorbikes and smart cars, smart meaning the Mercedes smart. They're just everywhere. And that's about a mile up from the port here. And we're still here. We're going to take off in a little while. But it's just been a crazy day here today with people coming in and they're all bundled up. It looks like they're going to a Christmas market. So I put on an extra t-shirt today.
I hear you. Yeah, it's all your fault. I should have blamed you for Elizabeth being cold too, because you know that Minnesota snowbirds show up in warm climates and bring cold weather with them, like you did to Barcelona.
It's my fault. I take full responsibility. I will do 22 areas and double somersaults tonight. So.
You were getting tinny again. All right.
Yeah, it's rain. So you just go ahead and I'm just here and I'll say yes.
John, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you turned back into a tin can.
I'm just here watching. So do show. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. It's not working. It worked for a couple of minutes, but then it's dead. Okay. I hated to do that to John, but that was that, you know. Wow. Well, anyway, very shortly with John, just so you'll know it, this is what it's going to look like. As they sail away from Barcelona, that's what it looks like. However, to be perfectly honest about that, folks, that wasn't live. That was the last time John was in Barcelona. So anyway, that's John from Barcelona. So, and it's a pretty ugly day there. He went up on the top deck, and this is what it looks like up there. Now that was before it got started raining. That's since then has rained horribly, and it's cold. But anyway, that's a little bit of a report from John from Barcelona. Now, one other thing that I wanted to point out to you guys before I go on to the news, I do have a couple news stories today, folks. Honest, I do. I did have some more information from Katie. You know, Katie's on board Oasis of the Seas, and this is a sea day for her today. But she did yesterday get to go to the beach. That was, of course, at Coco Cay, and she did actually make it ashore and go to the beach. As you can see, the beach there in Coco Cay. And of course, that's Katie. And then she had, this was fresh tacos, and I don't know what all she told me. And then I've gotten with everybody else. It's, oh, phooey. What did she tell me it was? They make their own tortillas, a fresh taco bar. They make their own tortillas. And then later on today, she's going to Giovanni's kitchen is what she's planning on doing here shortly during the sea day on board Oasis of the Seas. So, all right. Yeah, I know, folks, this is a news show, and I got to cover some news. So let's see where we got to today. All right. Holland, America. This one just kind of surprised me. I'll be perfectly honest with you. The Black Friday deal, you know, everybody's been talking about, special deals forever. It seems it's not the way it used to be where We actually got them on the weekend after Thanksgiving. But Holland American is adding a whole bunch more cruise ships into service, and their Black Friday sale includes cruises to, listen to this, the Black Friday sale from Holland America, cruises to the Caribbean, Alaska, Northern Europe, Mediterranean, Panama Canal, Canada, New England, Hawaii, South Pacific, South America, Antarctica, Australia, and New Zealand, even though they're not started yet, and the U.S. Pacific coast. Wow. Holland America's Black Friday sale includes the following. So if you book it on Black Friday, signature beverage package, that's the good beverage package, up to 3 shore excursions valued at $100 a piece. The Wi-Fi surf package, that's not the streaming package, but the surf package. 3 nights of specialty dining. The deposits for the cruises is $99, which is, a lot less than we normally have to throw out. A crew appreciation valued at $100 per person. That's $100 in gratuities, folks. And that's all on their Black Friday sale, which runs from November 23rd to November 30th. So they're actually running it from today for the next 7 days. The sale is not valid on cruises 5 days or less or grand voyages. So it's only 7 days or more. But anyway, I thought that was worth mentioning, folks. That's, I know a lot of you guys are not Holland American people. I understand that. I liked Holland America. The first time I sailed on it, I fell in love with Holland America. I fell in love with the food. I fell in love with the crew and the staff. That it was just as good as I've ever had on any cruise ships. And I really like Holland America a lot. So I'll be glad when I can book them again. That's one of the ones I can't book until March. And then now I'm looking for bargains, and Holland American's not necessarily where you're going to find the best bargain. So yeah, I know. I got to miss out on doing some things to do others, but I will be back on a Holland American ship sometime this year. Coming up, 22. 22 is going to be, I might hit a dozen cruises before the year's over with. That's my plan. So one of the places that we've been missing is Grand Turk. Turks and Caicos has been closed to everybody. Well, they're getting ready to start a comeback, and the people in Grand Turk it's what they've been waiting for. Cruise ships will start arriving at the Grand Turk Cruise Center starting December 7th. The first ship due in port is the Carnival Mardi Gras, the first which comes in and on the 7th. The islands have waited almost 2 years. This is a 6 weeks short of 2 years since they had guests. Preparations are focused mainly on health and safety protocols. They'll need to be in place for the new guests coming in. And of course, they're doing training for vendors, beautifying and cleaning up the islands after, 2 years without any with basic inactivity as far as the economics are concerned. So they have to clean it all up and get it ready for guests. At this time, Carnival Cruise Line has 6 ships scheduled in December just to visit Grand Turk. That would be the Mardi Gras, Carnival Magic, Carnival Elation, Carnival Freedom, Carnival Sunrise, and Carnival Horizon. Of course, Sunrise, that was the last ship I was on before the shutdown. All right. The month of December, we're going to actually see 3 more Royal Caribbean ships sailing. The 3 ships that we're going to see sailing will be the Grandeur of the Seas, which is going to sail from Barbados until May, and then she'll go to Galveston, Texas, and we cruise out of Galveston for part of the year, and then to Miami. But the Grandeur of the Seas will start start in December and through May, sailing from Barbados. Brilliance of the Seas, who sailed from Tampa for ages, it seems, is going to start up again in December from Tampa, and Enchantment of the Seas from Baltimore. So that's three started Royal Caribbean cruises in December. So, all right, let's go back and see. I'm going to flash this again before I go back to the chat room for y'all to look at, in case somebody didn't see it, to take a guess on the port. I have no idea if anybody's guessed it or not. So I'm going to go back and check now. So let's go over to the chat room. I'm going to go all the way back to the start. Let's see who all is with us today. Ken is with us up in Pennsylvania. Hot Air Tom, 12 miles off the coast of Port Canaveral, slowed to a leisurely 13 knots, he said. Due in port at 1 o'clock. Probably will be that. So he's getting in there at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Jason's with us from Pittsburgh. I hadn't seen you for a while, Jason. Carol's with us. Hey, Carol. Gretchen's here. Hot Air Tom says, a little drama with my 4 cruises booked on the ship. 2 went perfectly with the points upgrade. 2 on the Sky. Price changed due to higher OV category for some reason. The cruise next manager emailed the home office to figure out and fix the problem. All right, Hot Air, we hope that gets fixed. And let's see. And Hot Air says, not huge amount of money, but about $150 per cruise. Every little bit helps. And by the way, I hope your bride, Tom, Hot Air Tom, is feeling better today. She was a little under the weather yesterday. Cindy's with us. She says, looked into September 24 Greek Island cruise now on Norwegian Pearl. Thanks, Tom, for letting me know about all the 2024 sailings being released. Yeah, I haven't gotten to 2024 yet. I haven't gotten to 2023 yet. I'm still working on 2022. When I fill up 2022, then I'll start worrying about 2023. Yeah, I know. I've got to start. I got to mix in looking ahead more than I do, folks. I'm just trying to get caught up. So Emily's with us. Hey, Emily, up in New York. Jason says that was painful to watch. Yeah, John. Yeah, that was painful. I admit that was just I don't know. I think it's the Wi-Fi on the Epic is the only thing I could fix, because he was not the best signal yesterday on the Epic either. Not yesterday, the day before. I don't know. I'm gonna have to test that out again before. Yeah, we'll see if we can figure out what's wrong with that one. Jason says, Cindy, you won't believe how much I saved on my celebrity cruise with best price protection today. $500. Wow. Most people don't even know you can apply the Friday deals to price protection. No. I did not know that. You can take the, say that again. I want to make sure I understand that right. Jason, you're telling me that a Black Friday deal, if I book a cruise on that the price that they're booking a cruise on Black Friday, I can get something else that I've already booked, have them apply that price to it. Is that what you're telling? Is that what I'm understanding there? I didn't explain that very well because my brain's not thinking in those terms. Hot Air says, just had a huge chocolate covered cherry that was delivered by our butler last night. Sorry, John. John's strawberries and I went to hell. They really did. So it would have shot. They have a beautiful embroidered t-shirt on sale here. 3 for $28, but limited sizes, no XL for me or double XL for Cindy. Yeah, try me. I'm 3X, but then I'm a big fat guy. So I used to wear 2X, but 2X are just, I need 3X until I start losing weight. Hot Air Tom is treated like royalty because he's the greatest cruise influencer in the world. Hot Air Tom does a terrific job. I tell you what, I love it. Cindy says, actually booked a celebrity cruise on Summit, February 23. I'll have to check the pricing. They match my Royal Caribbean status also. Can't wait to check it out. Celebrity Summit for February of 23. Let me make a note of that. Celebrity Summit. February 20th, 23. Okay. If I have to start looking at 2023 already, I'm going to start looking at where some of you guys are going to be. That's what I'm going to do. See if I can do that. Gretchen says my cruise rep called last week and lowered our Barcelona price by what? Lowered our Barcelona price by a couple $1,000. Is that what you said? That was nice. I would never have known. Oh, I mean, you're being, wow. That I'm kind of shocked at that one. Jason says, I didn't even notice the cruise director. I have my own agenda. You know what? The only ones that I ever notice, I don't notice one generally, but the ones that grate on my nerves, and there are some that just, their voices or whatever, and it seems like they're constantly on the loudspeaker. That's the ones that really drive me nuts. There are some of the cruise directors that are just fabulous. They're almost part of the entertainment. They're so good. But anyway. Hot Air Tom says he's pulling up his pants legs because it's getting deep. Yes, it is. That's okay. And there are shorts. Pulling up your pants leg and shorts. By the way, folks, the last 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 days, I've had to wear long pants again because it's cold here. I don't like that. I went, last year, because we were locked down the whole time. After my health issues started, and I was locked down on top of that, okay? I didn't have to wear long pants. I just wore shorts. It's so much easier to deal with the catheter when in shorts than it is in long pants. Dealing with the catheter in long pants is a pain in, well, it's not a pain there, but it's a pain somewhere. And yeah, so long pants the last few days has been rugged on me because of what I also have to deal with. But I figure I need to get accustomed to dealing with long pants because going on cruises here in less than, 60 some days now until I can finally go, I'm going to have long pants on to go to dinner and stuff. So yeah, I got to figure the ways around that and still have to deal with a catheter, which sucks, but it's part of what I have to deal with, folks. I'm doing really well with the oxygen end of things. As long as I'm sitting still, I'm fine. Now I've been 45 minutes now on the air, and probably 30 minutes before that when I took the oxygen off, when I started chatting with Elizabeth, and no problems at all on that. But if I get up and walk from here to my bathroom, for instance, which is, what's that, 20 feet, 30 feet? Well, yeah, 30, 40 feet. I'll be huffing and puffing and out of breath. That's when I need the oxygen. So anyway, Hot Air Tom says, poor John, get some decent sized strawberries. Yes. Anyone done a Greek cruise? I'm looking at 2023 for that. I was supposed to do a Greek cruise in October, and of course I never made it. I've been busy, not much news in the cruise industry lately. No, there's not been a whole lot of news, except on ships restarting and that kind of thing. Cindy says, Jason, that's what I'm looking at, September of 2024 on Norwegian. Hearing great things about Greece. That's one of my bucket lists, is to do that. I was hoping to do. The doggies, Emily says the doggies are great. My neighbor is going to be bringing his doggy soon. Oh, Katie popped in. Hi, Katie. Talked about you a little while ago. Emily, I wish I could bring John Claude, but he'd break you. Hot Air Tom sent me his updated cruise schedule, includes the 4 new cruises. All right. Jason guessed Aruba. That's incorrect. Hot Air says Cozumel. That's incorrect. The high structure looks familiar. Kenneth says, looks like Hawaii. Ding, 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 ding. Kenneth is not specific, but Kenneth has got part of it right. Cindy says Cabo. No, that's incorrect. You can use a pop-out chat on YouTube. It's easy. Most people don't even know about it. A pop-out chat. I'm not familiar with that either. Huh. Katie says, about to go to a specialty Italian restaurant for lunch today. Giovanni's Italian, or what? That has another name, I think, but Giovanni's. That's where Katie's going for lunch. Emily says, I can hear John. Jason, I need to find out about this pop-out chat on YouTube. I'm not sure I even know what that is. So message me on that one if you're still with us, Jason, because I know sometimes you have to leave before it's over with. Are the motorbikes personal motorbikes? I don't know. Cold everywhere, but except for Katie. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Katie's in nicer weather down there, nicer than any of us are in right now. There's Elizabeth. Elizabeth says, I've done a ton of Greek cruises. Who wanted to know? Was it Jason? Send me a message if you have questions. Jason and Cindy. Cindy also was looking at the Greek cruises. Jason says Celebrity Apex 10th nighter October 2023 in Greek looks interesting to me. Well, Celebrity Apex, man, that's a fabulous ship too. Brand new ship. Elizabeth says, Jason, which ports does that go to? Nikki's with us. Hey, good morning, everybody. I've been listening while I unload groceries. Emily sent Tom a personal message. She had another question for him. There's Cindy Lee says, Elizabeth, I am also looking at NCL Pearl, Venice, Kotar, Corfu, Santorini, Mykonos, Dubrovnik at the end of September. Weather good then. Crowded. The weather should be good then still. And less crowds than in the middle of the summer, I would say. But Elizabeth probably needs to answer that because she knows better than I do. You better cruise with me one of these days, Chillie, or at least come to Cozumel when I'm home. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, when you get home to Cozumel again, I'll be there. I promise you. But yeah, I'm gonna cruise with you one day too. I'm gonna cruise with all these guys at some point in time. And Elizabeth Jason says Athens, Mykonos, Santorini, Valletta, Rome, Spezia, Nice, Marseille, and Barcelona. Boy, that's a nice. That covers the Mediterranean and a couple Greek islands. That's pretty cool. Hot Air Tom, how would you rate the bathroom in your stateroom? And he's in a suite, remember. Cindy, I love all those ports. September would still be good. If you go, let me know. I'll give you some tips. Yeah, she will have, she's got lots of tips for you, by the way. Cindy says, thank you, Chillie. She's doing better. Good, Cindy. I'm glad you're feeling better today. That's Hot Air Tom, Cindy, not Cindy Lee. We got two Cindys here today. Cindy says, thanks. I getting prices right now. Really appreciate it. Yes, you can use Black Friday deals with price protection. I did it today. Wow. Okay, so maybe I got to look at some of the more. I have to look now. I have to go checking stuff that I've got booked. Of course, some of mine are booked. They're so cheap I couldn't do that. But I've got a couple cruises that are booked that are pretty expensive, that are for one reason or another. So, all right, Jason, thank you for that. That's something I didn't know, and yeah, that's good to know. Tom Henry says, yes, that's true, Chillie. For NCL anyway, the cruises are fully cancelable until payment in full date. Any repricing will change the perks to the current deal, so that might be a factor, but at the moment, NCL has all the perks in the promotion. Huh. Well, one of the problems is one of my NCLs, not the one that I'm on with Hot Air Tom, but for the Vloggers Cruise, I'm part of a group. And so I probably can't do anything about the pricing because it's group pricing, and that's a whole different world. But I have a couple other cruises that I can look at and see about that. Jason says, don't forget about Celebrity Constellation, October 13th, 2022. Celebrity Constellation. I have that in my notes someplace, don't I, Jason? Celebrity Constellation. That's 10/13/22. Okay. Yes, I'm going to have to go look at that. Gretchen says, mini suite went from $29.39 to $19.79. Wow. I am so impressed with that. Hot Air Tom says land ho here within sight of Port Canaveral, so he's going in there. I'm slipping back over here. Hot Air Tom told me NCL would still charge me $250 for solo cabin. Crazy, but only $250. Cindy says, I just checked my Celebrity Cruise can save $300. Thanks, Jason. Wow, that's awesome. I never knew that. I didn't know that. Okay, Elizabeth says best bathrooms are on Regent. Wow. And I've never been on a Regent cruise. Jason says, Cindy, no problem. I'm here to help you guys save money. Oh, that's terrific, Jason. I've been doing this a long time and never knew that. So you can miss a lot of things. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. again, there's going to be no show on Thursday. I'm actually going to take a day off. My niece and I are going to go out for Thanksgiving dinner in the afternoon. We're going to do it early to try to get it out of the way. Of course, she's booked crazy with pet sitting, so she and I will be going out. My sister and brother-in-law left this morning. They're going to be gone until well after Thanksgiving. Anyway, there will be no show on Thursday. So I will be here tomorrow, though, for Wednesday travel and cruise industry news. And by the way, folks, if you are new to this channel and have stuck with us throughout this whole show, which is longer than normal, but anyway, if you have stuck with us, let me invite you to join us by subscribing and hit the little bell notification, and it'll tell you when I go live or when I post new videos. And I post new videos about not necessarily strictly about cruising, but about travel. And also, like, I'm doing a whole series of things on national parks under YouTube Shorts. And I post in one of those, 4 or 5 of those a week as we talk about the 50 most popular national parks in the USA. But anyway, join us. Hit that little subscribe button. Would appreciate it. Help the channel out a lot. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. This is the old fat travel guy. You guys stay out of trouble. Have fun. Get ready for Turkey Day. If you're on a cruise like some of you are, have a terrific cruise. If not, be like me and think about the next cruise we're all going on. Again, thanks to Elizabeth. Thanks to John for Tron today. Thanks to Katie for the information I got from her for today. You guys have a terrific day. I'll see you tomorrow. This is the old fat travel guy. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.